This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
You are what you watch. Hello, my name is Harry Watko. Welcome to our program. Ladies and gentlemen, our topic, I know, huwag kayong matatawa, in good faith. Shall we put a check mark at the end or shall we have a question mark? You know, when you talk about faith, earlier before the TV show started, I was talking to one of the cameramen and we were talking about basically religiosity or religion. And when you talk about faith, you know, when you argue with somebody about religion or their faith, it all boils down to one thing. You either have the faith or you don't. And if you don't have the faith, let it go, because no argument is ever going to conclude wherein I'm right and you're wrong or the other way around. Now let's talk about good. Good meaning the ability to do what is seemingly correct or based on what we in society and our communities, our history, our morality, or even our upbringing, to identify what is good. Because to the terrorists and the ISIS, for example, in Syria, and the jihadists all over the world, the concept of good in their minds, their perception, is different from ours. So what's the real issue? In good faith. But rather than discuss that, I'll go straight to our topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to first greet our guest this evening. His name is Pastor Boy Saycon, from the Council on Philippine Affairs. We've had him here in the show, so let's go on and get on with this. First of all, Boy, happy birthday. Tanda na tayo, pare. Happy birthday. Huh?
Thank you very much.
The difference with age naman is maturity. And the nice thing with maturity comes wisdom, the ability to take things. And I've known you for the last, 50 years, 40 years, diba?
50 years.
Yeah, and you've always promoted in your mind your perceptions and what you always believe in what is right, regardless of the complexities of what we call politics. And because you are more on the inside a lot of the times over the decades, you always gave me a perception of the different parts or how the hands of politics move, which sometimes is very hard to identify with just reading the newspapers. You know, going to this issue, no, bago natin pag-usapan the probability, possibility of what they call the impeachment, which is looming over the president's head. The perception or the public opinion has eroded, so it seems. You're saying the surveys are already dropping and it's going to drop. Well, it's obvious, because for the first time he is being checked, he is being measured, so to speak. Let's talk about the DAP. Let's talk about the concept of good faith. What is good faith to you, and is there good faith on this side? Kasi parang kiniinisan mo eh.
Hindi, talagang, you know, it pains me more than anything else. Dahil sinuportahan ko ng gusto ang administrasyon, at ang kandidatura mismo ng ating Pangulo. Good faith to me is always equated to transparency. Kaya, if you remember in your past shows, Harry, I have always requested through your show that Mr. Abad please open the records of 2010 to 2013 so as that we can compare the 2006 to 2009 of the Gloria administration. Para masabi nating matuwid yung daan, dapat mayroong comparative analysis. Ilabas natin yung PDAF at yung DAF.
Both sides.
Okay, now, by doing so, then pwede kang mag-invoke ng good faith. Hindi ba? Dahil gumanda ba yung pagkakaparehas ng pagkakaalaga? Was there
In
fidelity?
other words, may measurement.
Oo, may measurement, may fidelity ba ang pagkakaalaga ninyo sa pera ng bayan, ano? Now, at on a mere say-so na we did it in good faith is unacceptable. To me, personally, unacceptable. At alam ko, unacceptable yan at hindi ka tanggap-tanggap sa mamamayan, sa ating mamamayan. Bakit? Eh, ang dami niyong ini-invoke na reason. Nag-review pa kayo noong 1979, administrative, doon sa budget administrative order. Eh, parang pa ni Marcos yun eh. Eh, dapat nakatuon tayo doon sa Core Constitution noong 1987. Hindi ba?
You even supported the mother, I remember.
Yes. I went out for the mother. Nakulong ako nung martial law eh. Di ba? But ang ibig ko lang sabihin sana, it's not too late.
You think there is
It's
still...
not too late because the president's popularity is now declining. The moral armor that all the cabinet members used to hide behind this moral armor of the president is slowly,
Eroding.
eroding.
But, boy, we've got a problem. The one main strategy the president uses and all his allies, meaning the cabinet, those that are under the gun now, all of them that's under the gun, so to speak, it's what they call stubbornness. It seems the stubbornness of the president is all-encompassing. He comes out and he expects that the people will believe him when he says this is done in good faith. La Sierda comes out, Coloma comes out, and everybody else comes out, and they all say, hindi, good faith to. In other words, I am invincible. I cannot do wrong. I am always right. Ano siya, God?
Ay, nako. Alam mo, this is a
Parang-
usurpation, no? Of the trust. Not the power, the trust given. By those statements, ang sinabi nila, what is unconstitutional is not necessarily illegal.
Yes, correct.
Sabi nila, sabi ko, teka muna, I went to a school, no? I will not mention the school because I was asked to come back into a very exclusive school. Mr. Saycon, was there a sin committed? A student asking me, when the Supreme Court said it is unconstitutional, kasi in their understanding, unconstitutional means you violated the constitutional.
Period.
Period. And when you violate, there is restitution.
Yes.
Restitution says punishment.
Correct.
Okay. Bakit hindi pinag-uusapan na sino po ba ang may kasalanan? Kung ang constitutional dahil
Labag sa Constitution, period.
Ginawa nila, tapos ang sagot nila is equivalent to good faith, is equivalent to it's not illegal.
Yeah.
Yung bata po ngayon, nalilito na po sila what is right and wrong. So we are doing a disservice to our youth and students and to the people.
But the problem is maybe the leaders don't really care about the service to begin with. The problem maybe at this point is, well, they have been drunk with the power of the opinions of the people, the public opinion being on their side, always on their side. In the last 40 years, they've showed off the surveys that he's always ranking at the very top next to Binay, di ba? For the last 3-4 years. Now we have a problem. Now, in good faith, unconstitutional, illegal, ang kalaban back again in good faith. Was it not this very same person, the President, Noynoy Aquino, who during his Senate term and even in Congress,
Yes.
did he not rally and fight? Hindi ba siya tutol sa impounding the budgets?
Yes.
Because this was the very act that they didn't like from GMA.
Yes.
Because GMA would impound the budget
Yes.
and then redirect it.
Yes.
So it's executive power over the Congress. It's executive legislation. Inuunahan nila ang legislatura. Now, they got away with it and he complained about it. Now he's saying he is unaware.
Ganito, no?
So nagsisinungaling si Noynoy.
Nalilito na nga yung ating mamamayan, no? I cannot comprehend. To me, kasi going back to that good faith, no? I'll give you an example. Nung nangyari yung Yolanda sa Tacloban,
Okay?
all of a sudden, there was a need for funds. There was a need, no, for, sabi ko nga, a bridge.
Immediate, yes.
Immediate, so that the people, no, can be helped. Kung yung pera, no, na nandoon, na nakapondo, yung tinatawag nila na unutilized, savings, no?
Which was all there.
All there. ang sinabi ng Presidente, gagamitin ko muna yan dahil sa pangangailangan or immediate need to save the people. Teka, now, paglagay mo ng pera doon, then sabi niya, then I'll go back to Congress and tell them, this is what I did. Please, sabi niya, no, amend it. Because there is now a need. That is good faith. That is good faith because this is life-preserving. Transparency.
Yes.
Oo,
But the President has that power to go to Congress and ask them overnight as an emergency to release X amount. It's called executive powers. You can exercise this. There's this practice. GMA has used it, gone to Congress and asked for it.
Yeah.
Ramos, I think, used this as
Yes,
well.
sa energy.
Energy, because we were in total blackout.
Correct.
And he was given extraordinary executive powers.
Yeah.
But to go out and do it and say, kanyari, hindi ko alam, it's not in good faith.
Leadership entails, no, as I said, responsibility. And sabi ko nga, knowingly the President to be not a lawyer, but the people around him who created this animal, DAP, no?
They knew it's illegal.
He's not just a lawyer, but is a veteran legislator.
Correct.
Okay?
We're not talking about Butchabad.
No, this is Butchabad.
Yes, I'm talking about Butchabad now.
And for him to say,
Abogado yan.
that the President authorized, I don't think that is what it went. What it went was, he created a program and then showed the President. Now, President now knowing that he is fully trusted, knowing
By
that
the
Butchabad
people, yes.
will not,
By Abad, yes.
by Abad, and he fully trusted by the people, no, will not be fooled by his own people to be driven towards an unconstitutional illegal activity, beat it hook, line, and sinker. Sabi niya, okay. Ito sabi niya, pinag-aralan at nirepaso, binigyan ng isang recommendation.
What you're saying now is may intent. Obviously, may intent na. Yan lang sinasabi mo ngayon. In good faith is used with intention to fool the people.
Ganun na lumabas, boss.
Okay, well.
Kaya, kasi pag tinignan mo yung proseso, sabi niya, I used the 1979 administrative budget law na. Sabi ko, ni-research pa nila yung 1979, panahon ni Marcos. Ay samantala, lahat tayo dapat nakafocus doon sa 87 Constitution.
Correct.
Bakit kako? Para lang maghanap sila ng rason. Doon nawawala lalo yung tatawag na good faith, nagiging bad faith.
And the more they're sticking to their alam mo, crisis management tells you, one thing it teaches you about professional crisis management is to face the truth. That's the only strategy left. Brand properly, tell the truth, face it, and then make amends. Before redemption, like you said, there has to be retribution. Hindi pwedeng the other way around, as if the Catholic Church says, bahala ka na, mag-penance ka, you pray the Our Father. You cannot get away with this. It's as simple as that. Boy, we're going to have to take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, the cue, in summary, the answer to good faith, if you want retribution, if you want redemption, you are required some type of retribution. This is the law of humanity. We'll be right back. But when we come back, I'd like to divert and maximize on Boy's political analysis. I'd really, as he too, would like to go into what we call the presidentiables. Is politics in play? Is there something with the DAP that is happening? How about the selective application of the stubborn COA, the Department of Justice? Is this not the strategy? Selective persecution of presidentiables. Are they even presidentiables? Come back, we'll discuss that.